Hello Year 9, hope you're well. We're going to continue with some revision today. We're going to move on to percentages. We learned these in September, October time, so it was quite a while ago. I don't really have anything else to say about that yet. Percentages is what we're going to do today. You need to get yourself ready. So if you're writing in a book or on a piece of paper, you can go ahead and write down the title, which is Calculating Percentages. And then you can go ahead and do these 10 questions in your book. If you're watching this video, the best thing to do would be to pause the video right now, and then the answers are going to pop up just after that. All right? All right, there you go. There are the answers. So you go ahead and mark those. You might want to press pause again, and then we'll get started talking about some percentages. All right, so we're going to try to calculate some percentages. On this particular example, we're going to look at finding 10% of something. 10%, if we think about it, if we think about how many tens go into 100, that would be 10. And the reason I'm talking about 100 is because percentage means out of 100. 10% also means 1/10 as a fraction. It also means 0.1 as a decimal. But I'm really interested in this 1/10. So 1/10 and 10% mean the same thing. So if I want to find 10% of 40, I could be finding 1/10 of 40. And if I want to find 1/10 of 40, I'm just going to do 40 divided by 10. Because when I want to find a tenth of something, I divide by 10 and times by 1. And times by 1 is not going to change anything, so I can just do the divide by 10. So 40 divided by 10 is 4. 10% of 40 is 4. If I want to find 10% of something, I'm going to divide by 10. So 10%, I'm going to divide by 10. That doesn't hold true for absolutely everything. If I want to find 20%, I don't divide by 20. But for today, if we want to find 10%, we're going to divide by 10. So 10% of 200 is going to be 200 divided by 10, which is going to be 20. 10% of 450 is going to be 450 divided by 10, which is 45. 10% of 24 is going to be 24 divided by 10, which is 2.4. Okay, 10% is going to be divided by 10. So you need to remember. Okay, same idea. We've got 50% this time. So if we think of 50%, what does that look like as a fraction? 50% is half of 100%. Okay, how do you find a half of something? Hopefully you're thinking I should divide by 2, because that's exactly what you would do. So for 50% of 20, it's going to be half of 20. And if we're looking for half of 20, that's 20 divided by 2. So the answer would be 10. 50% of 4, and that's just 4 divided by 2, which is also 2. 50% of 3, it's going to be 3 divided by 2, which is going to be 1.5. And 50% of 200 is going to be 200 divided by 2, which is 100. So in the last example, we had 10% meant divide by 10. In this particular example, 50% means divide by 2. Okay? We're going to look at one more thing we can do. I'm going to set this question up a little differently than the last two questions that we did, just because I find that it normally helps us when we do it in class. So these ones say, find the following percentages. So 25% of all of these different things. There is lots of different ways we can do this, but I'm going to show you the way that we did it in class last time that was helpful to you. So last time we said 50% of 40 is 20. And then we halved that again to get to 25. So 25% was 10. So when I want to find 25%, I would highly recommend finding 50% first. Okay, same thing on the next question. 50%, what's half of 200? Half of 200 is 100. And then 25%, half that again, and you get 50. Okay, 25% of 450. I'm going to start by finding 50%. So what's half of 450? It's 225. And then if I want to half that again, so to find 25%, I'm going to half 225, which is 112.5. And then lastly, we've got 25% of 24. So 50% is 12. And 25% is half of that again, which is 6. All right, those are finding percentages. So today we're looking at finding 10%, finding 50%, and finding 25%. Those are the only 3 percentages I'm worried about today. So divide by 10, divide by 2, and divide by 2, and then divide by 2 again. All right, good luck with the questions. Let me know if you have any problems. Have a good day.